WOV. This is News 4 at 5.
An apartment building gutted by fire in the Metro East. Now News 4's learning precious time was lost as firefighters tried to put out the flames. Good evening, I'm Steve Savard.
And I'm Alyssa Reitmeyer. Sky Zoom 4 flew above the scene at Cahokia earlier this afternoon as several fire departments worked to put out the fire. News 4's Justin Andrews is live with what's left from the structure with the Bomberito Street Fleet. And Justin, you've learned one firefighter was also hurt fighting this.
That's exactly right, Alyssa. Right now, we don't know the extent of that firefighter's injuries, but I want to step out of the way because fire crews are still working to put out this fire, an apartment fire that's now just left as a shell. Fire crews tell us it appears the fire started in the middle first-floor apartments and quickly reached to the second floor, shooting through the roof. Here's Sky Zoom 4 video over the scene. The call came in as a grease fire around 1 this afternoon, but the Cahokia fire chief says he's still working with the state fire marshal to determine if that indeed was the cause. Meanwhile, on the ground, fighting this fire was difficult because the closest hydrant was 1,000 feet away. Firefighters placed a supply line to the hydrant, but even then, the hydrant wasn't strong enough to supply the amount of water they needed to fight this blaze. They had to call in tanker trucks to have enough water. So that's about 10 minutes wasted of fighting this fire, so we know every second counts.
It's hard to say if we'd have been able to get a stop on it or had the same outcome. It's just one of those things, it's hard to say. If we had water when we first got here, we might have been able to save part of it, but with it being in the middle, it's pretty much a total loss when we got here.
Now, the fire chief says one person was hurt who lives in these apartments. He was burned on his hand. He was treated on scene, and obviously he was released here, minor burns. Also, the firefighter that was hurt, again, we don't know the extent of that firefighter's injuries. Once we get those details, you can count on News 4 to keep you posted. We're live in Cahokia. I'm Justin Andrews, News 4.